Just say.
This community interview is made possible by Shaw and Associates.
I'm Dave Shaw, President and CEO of Shaw & Associates. For over 70 years, Shaw & Associates has been your trusted experts for wealth management, tax, accounting, and payroll. We change lives and inspire true wealth, one person, one family, one business at a time. Shaw & Associates is a wealth management investment firm that specializes in taxes, serving as a fiduciary, putting your interests first. You can find more information or schedule an appointment by calling 530-674-1150 or on the web at shawassociatesinc.com. Shaw & Associates is proud to support community radio.
And if you'd like to be a supporter of community radio, just go to 93qradio.com, hit that donate button. And I have, as promised, the incredible Sierra Pedley with me this morning, the PIO for Sutter County Sheriff.
Good morning.
You guys, I'm telling you, we have 2 sheriff's departments around here that are awesome.
Absolutely.
Everybody's awesome in the sheriff department. I should join.
A little late for that, Fish.
Come on, I could be chaplain.
You guys got a chaplain. You guys got a volunteer. You could be anything you want.
Oh yeah, you could be. Wow, that sounded like recruiting there.
I know. Good at it.
All right, so Sarah, tell me what's going on with the sheriff's department. You brought a guest.
I did. The unsung hero, Carmina. She's one of our dispatchers, and it is dispatch week. So what a perfect time to bring on a dispatcher.
Carmina, did you grow up in this area?
I did. I moved here when I was 4.
What?
I actually lived in Live Oak for a while, and then I moved to Yuba City. So, yeah, this is home.
All right, so I'm going to guess, right? Yuba City High School.
No.
No? Okay, I get one more. Sutter.
No. I actually went to Live Oak for my freshman and sophomore, and then River Valley for my junior and senior.
Oh, my son taught at River Valley. Wow. Boy, I botched that one. I wasn't even close. So how did you end up in dispatch? I mean, of all the different jobs you could have had in life, and I tell people dispatch is not easy, but it's extremely rewarding for what you do. So but how did you end up there?
So
I'm not going to guess because I'm going to miss it. So.
I've honestly had a lot of jobs. I lived in Hawaii for a while. So when I lived there, I worked at a call center. I moved back and I was working for like a trucking dispatch company. So, that was kind of my experience there, communication, being on the phones and then like dispatching and all that. And I knew I wanted to do something in law enforcement, but I'm like, I can't really be out in the field. Like, I don't think that's something I could do, especially a solo parent. So I'm like, I can't really risk my life, like have to be there for my kid. But I'm like, dispatch. That's perfect. Like,
have you thought about being a DJ?
Honestly, dispatchers could probably be DJs because they multitask so much.
I'm telling you, it's like, because it used to be just, records, or I think they went to tapes. I mean, all the different stuff. Now everything's computer. I'm looking at 4 screens, right? And it's like, so you have to do it, which is probably nothing for you, right? But gosh, that's really awesome. So how long have you been a dispatcher?
I've been there for about 3.5 years now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so I might get in trouble for this, but I want to know how a 12-year-old can have that much experience.
Thank you.
It's like, you got to be kidding, Yeah, this has really worked. So what is the dispatch week, a time to celebrate all the ones that worked that job?
Yeah, so we try to show a little appreciation, throughout the year because dispatch
by bringing her on here.
Well, yeah, that too. But Dispatch Week is Telecommunicators Week. It's a national kind of holiday to support dispatchers. There's also Corrections Week and Police Week and Volunteer Week and all the things. So
is there a DJ week?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know that answer.
We could probably make one.
Yeah,
we should make one.
We'll come decorate your room, make it fun and flashy. But
you would do that.
I would do that for you, Fish. But yeah, so Dispatch Week, they several people throughout our command staff usually, deliver presents or give them gift cards and show their appreciation. Yesterday we had a deputy bring them cookies, so
wow,
kind of fun. Tomorrow we're going to do a little group photo with our fire department because our dispatchers do dispatch fire and medical, so They're going to come. They brought them shirts, and we'll take a little group
Aw,
photo.
come on.
Because they appreciate them too. You know, it's not just in-house, your law enforcement, partners, but your outside too, your fire departments, your outside agencies, your probation, all the things. So.
Yeah, I remember when I was a chaplain for Yuba City PD, if you went by the back side of the dispatch room where you go in, there was always donuts there. I don't know if I was supposed to take them or not.
But you took them.
I did.
Yep.
They were probably for the dispatchers, but, This is really good. So I didn't know, how they work that. So how many dispatchers are at the Sutter County Sheriff?
We are at 8 right now.
Is that, when you say we're at 8, does that mean you need more?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that for a minute. Talk about what you believe it would take for somebody to have the right attitude and skill set to be a dispatcher.
You definitely have to be willing to learn. Everyone there is willing to learn and taking advice from each other.
Got to
being
be
able
a
to
team
multitask
player.
for sure. Yeah, team player and be able to multitask. It's a lot. We're not just monitoring our channel, but we're monitoring other agencies as well as our fire channel. So.
Wow.
Well, and I think taking the constructive criticism too. I mean, I'm not a dispatcher, but I could see how sometimes people don't take that well, and you have to. You have to be able to. Not crack under pressure and be able to have hard conversations and take hard calls. And, deputies, they are firsthand there with the person after a 911 call, and they're able to walk away from the incident knowing it went good or bad. Dispatch doesn't know that.
Oh, that's right. You never find out because once they're dispatched, no.
Well, thankfully, with us being a smaller agency, we're able to talk to the deputy, hey, what happened? They'll come in and kind of brief us on what happened.
That's
or
good.
Call us. Yeah. So that's the good thing about being a smaller agency, that we could get the closure.
So how many dispatchers do you need? I'm not signing up. I'm just saying if somebody's
Well, I don't think
there.
we have any open recruitment currently,
Okay.
but we do have 2 people in training right now. So training takes about 6 months-ish, a little longer, because there's a lot to learn.
So she would probably say we need 30 more.
Yeah.
So it's
They work a lot. They definitely work a
so
lot.
is it by shift or does it rotate? You work different shifts? I mean, is there a day shift, mid shift, night shift?
So right now, with the staffing that we have, it's just a day shift and a night shift. So
so they're long, 12 hours.
12 hours.
12 on, 12 off?
So 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then 6 p.m. to 6 a.m.
You'd be great as a DJ. I start at 6. I get off earlier, too.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's 12 on, but how many days before you get a day off?
I think it depends.
Yeah, it just depends. Right now I'm working 4 or 5 days, but it just depends. Normal shift is usually 3 on and then 4 on.
Oh, okay. So it's rotate. That's what I was
They kind of
getting at.
rotate like the
It
deputies
rotates.
do.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I remember I had a friend. He was a Sacramento deputy sheriff's department, and it was when they first went to 410s. And I remember Dennis saying, "I love my job," because it changed everything. Instead of the 8-hour shifts, the 10. Then he knew, man, I'm going to get 3 days off. You know. And I'm like, wow, that'd be great if I could talk my boss into it here on the radio. So this is really good. So when we think about dispatch as a community, can we send her flowers, cards?
Sure.
What do we do to honor them?
When you go into the lobby and you pick up that little white phone, it goes straight to dispatch.
Oh,
so
really?
if you want to bring, any type of appreciation to them, you can always pick up the phone and say, hey, I have something for dispatch. They'll either call me and be like, we don't have time, can you go get it? Or they'll walk out and grab it themselves.
Okay, now here's where I'm embarrassed, right? I have never been to Sutter County Sheriff's Office.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I know.
But I mean, maybe it's a good thing because we know you haven't been in jail.
Yeah.
Well, now I have been in the Sally Port. So I was in a ride-along.
I was just going to say, ride-alongs are a little different. Yeah, you should come by sometime. Just let me know. And I do office tours all the time for schools and, people that are interested in working there and people that are just curious.
So can I bring her camera? Can I? Is there things that I can or cannot?
I think you would be okay to do that. Dispatch probably not, because we do have CLETs, and then obviously the jail, no. So.
Yeah.
The rest of the office isn't really that exciting.
Yeah.
It's old, and
I have visited people in the jail. It's an odd experience, because even just sitting there, you're like, in a few minutes, I'm going to get up and leave.
And they're going to stay there.
You're not.
Yeah.
So what can we do to make that change? I mean, as a pastor, I was always like, it's like, I understand, but what can we do to make that change? I like that the officers are able to talk to you and say, hey, this was the result of that, so that you know some things end well. Yeah. Right? They're traumatic, but they don't stay there. And so that's really good that you have that kind of communication. Sutter County Sheriff's that way, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of, I met so many of the officers, and of course, I know Sheriff Barnes.
Yeah. Well, you become, almost friends with these people. You work with them. Yeah. It's like your second home, and there's a lot of trust between, the deputies and dispatch. I'm sure they do get frustrated with them sometimes, but for the majority of the part, I mean, they're friends. They can go in there and ask for help, or, hey, what did I do wrong, right? And so it's always available.
So I did want to say, we talked offline, Sheriff Barnes is on a cartoon on 93Q radio.
Yeah, I heard.
We just popped up the TV. It's streaming. This is going live on there. You girls are the first ones to go live. First ones going right in there. And we just, I love the way that our law enforcement in our area connects with each other, right? Mm-hmm. So dispatchers, do you guys get to connect? And
I mean, really just over the phone. I'm sure all of us are working a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, we recognize their voices, and we know it's them. Like,
that's
we
cool.
build that bond with them too, because we're calling them constantly for help or to check people. So
I want to go back one step. When I was in training in ministry, the bishop that was over me, he used to always make this statement. He said, "I will forever be a learner," right? And when you were talking about that, so being teachable, so you're not offended if you get corrected. Being teachable is such a key element to your job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's always learning. They change things. Things are new. Mm-hmm. You can't know it all. Yeah. Right?
I'm learning something every day. So, yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a wild job.
So I can see the wheels turning for Jeff. I'm not doing that job. I love you. I like everything you do.
I've thought about it before, just to be,
You'd probably be good at it.
Maybe. We would see. I did work at Lomo and the scale house, and, I would weigh trucks without seeing them ever. So I was...
What?
Yeah. I would always run the FAR scale, and you can't see the FAR scale through the window. So I would just know by their weight if it was a new truck and what truck it was, and...
So did you have a view outside at all?
Only the front truck. So at Lomo, there's two scales, right? You sit in the scale house. Well, the front scale you can see when it pulls on and pulls off. The FAR scale you can't see when it pulls on and pulls off. And so you would just know you have, 5 or 6 trucks in line, and then one would be a semi, one would be a smaller one, and then you would just kind of, after doing it for so many years, you just kind of learn and know what farmers are coming in and what the weight of their truck is and what variety they're in, and so
it's just that working in a room, right, where the only look you have at the outside is a computer screen. You have to put like the Sutter Buttes on it or something. So
they play music. We have cameras, so we could see outside.
Yeah,
that's our windows.
So I have to believe that when you get off shift, you walk outside and go,
yes.
This is the outside.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, man, we appreciate it. We appreciate what you do. We appreciate dispatch. It's really a rough job, right? All of law enforcement is. You have a lot of good days, but then you have days that are not good. But I'm grateful that you said it's like a team. We support each other. I can tell Sierra's there to support everybody.
She is.
I try.
She's probably brought a donut or two in there, hadn't she?
The undersheriff's wife and I, we bought them some bags and some gift cards and some cute things. So, they have a little going to work bag. And...
Is it all girls in there?
Yes. Not every agency, but in our agency, yes. It's all girls in there.
What
right
would it be like if a guy went in there?
A lion's den.
Now I know I'm not putting in for the
It is a lion's den. They definitely work hard, but they definitely have a little spice to them for good reason. I mean,
Yeah.
their job is very stressful. So.
Yeah, it's letting that steam off. I've had people say to me that in law enforcement, a lot of times law enforcement officers have dark humor. And I knew that when I
Yeah.
was a cop in the military, right? And it's like, it's just part of the job, right? It doesn't make you any different, but it's a release. And they'll kid each other. I mean, it's ruthless sometimes, the
yeah.
kidding back. She goes,
Oh yeah, I realize I do it a lot, and then I'm like, oh my god, and like I'm talking to my family, I'm just like, oh my god, I just said that slipped.
It's true, though. It's
so that's
true.
the third quality, be forgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. So if somebody wanted to be a dispatcher, like you said, you have openings right now, what would you suggest they start doing? Because you said you worked at other places doing dispatch. What would you suggest if somebody said, I think I'd like to do that?
I would say try and do a sit-in to see what we actually
like a
do.
ride-along?
Yeah,
Oh, you can
essentially,
do
yeah.
that?
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
fill out like
What?
basically the same ride-along form, and then they check you for, if you have any criminal history, and then you're able to sit in there and kind of
I
learn.
don't. It was all expunged. I want to make that clear. It was in New York. Everybody had one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding. So I didn't know you could do that. That is awesome. So if somebody thought, I'd just like to know, then they could go and sit in?
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So if you were sitting down with them and you were going to say to them, listen, this is what I love about what I do. Regardless of all the other stuff, this is why I love it. What would it be?
It's something new every day. I'm always learning, so it makes it interesting. It's not just we're sitting there doing nothing type of thing. It's always something's going on. So just being able to help my community too. I grew up here, so it's being able to help my home essentially.
Boy, you must hate if you hear about somebody that you know comes over that. It's like,
It happens a lot. I'm like, oh, I know them.
You've got to be special to do this. And she's on there going, let me talk to them.
Yeah.
I know them, let me talk to them. No, that's really good because there is that side where people say, why would you do that? And when you're working a job and things are happening, the time goes by quicker.
Oh yeah.
So you're in there for however long you're in there. I'm sure you get breaks, lunch, dinner, whatever, right?
I'm like,
No. They eat during their shifts.
we get a bathroom break, like walk to the bathroom and walk back.
Oh my gosh! Somebody
they
bring them canes.
They eat.
Bring
answer
them
calls.
chicken.
It's crazy.
That's oh my gosh! Yeah, you gotta love it, man. Now see, this is why people need to appreciate dispatchers.
Absolutely.
You find out all about the job and that.
Well, just think about when you're, in danger, you're having the worst day ever, and you call for help. That's who answers your phone call. I mean, you may not see them all the time, but that's who's there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Are the
There
dispatchers.
was a story, and I don't know if it was true, but I thought it probably could be, about a woman who called 911 because McDonald's didn't have fries or something. Do you ever get crazy calls?
I mean, we do get crazy calls, maybe to not that extent, but sometimes they do call 911 and it's like,
It's not an emergency.
It's not an emergency. I mean, it might be an emergency to them at that moment,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
it's like once we start getting more information, it's like, this is not an emergency.
So do you just transfer them to somebody else and say, hey, they handle that?
No, I mean, essentially we do take the call. We already have them. Like, there's no point on them calling another line
Oh,
at
got
that
it,
point.
got it.
But we do, educate them and let them know, like, hey, like, for future reference, if it's not an emergency, don't call 911. 911's for life or death
Perfect.
emergencies, and
Perfect.
we provide our business line.
Because you could call in on something that's not an emergency. That line needs to stay open
Yes.
for when there is an emergency. So you're getting 911 calls, you're getting calls from officers, and you're getting calls from fire department. And
and outside agencies.
I do not want your job. I don't, gosh. You're an amazing girl. Do you know that? Who can handle that? Come on.
It's a lot.
And then there are people, I know when I was at Yuba City PD, there were gals over there that had been dispatchers for a very long time. They got in, they like it, they stay with it. Man, what's it like when you go home and have nothing to do?
Your mind probably spins. Does it spin at night sometimes?
I have a 4-year-old that talks a lot, so
That'll do it right there. So those of you that are in dispatch, if you need to borrow a 4-year-old,
I'll let you borrow him.
we'll take turns with him. It's like, just eases your mind. Gosh, Sarah, did I forget anything else that you wanted to cover? You said you had some events coming up.
Just a little, public announcement. We'll be at Touch a Truck at the Palladium this Saturday from 10 to 3. And then we have a South County Town Hall meeting on May 6th from 6 to 7 p.m. at Markham, Illinois. So that's for all of our Beat 9 and Beat 10 residents.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, so they get a chance to. I love that.
Yeah. So usually it's always the sheriff, and then we do invite the supervisor of that district. So I think Jeff Stevens will be there. If you have any, questions, comments, or concern for him or for us, we welcome you to attend.
That's perfect. Well, congratulations on Dispatcher Day week. Week. And then hopefully people bring you lots of stuff, right? I don't know. I'm thinking not too much sugar.
No, they might need it to stay awake. So
we'll take the caffeine too.
Yeah, the coffee.
Dutch Brothers, Starbucks cards. Well, actually, the card doesn't do you any good. They need to bring it, right? You can't get out to go get it. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Sarah. As always, I appreciate Sutter County Sheriff's Department and everybody that works over there. And thanks for bringing in the dispatch. Come on, that's just awesome.
It is cool.
I have a newfound respect, right? I thought I did before, but my gosh.
Thanks, Fish.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a better chance of her being a DJ than me being a dispatcher.